CWB.
All right, let's get started today, Thursday. We're looking at AUID for a trade in this area, 171 to 182. If price action can come down under VWAP, attack this area here, and then we're going to get in with stop at 171. Target, high of day, 249. Maybe it's strong enough to hold VWAP. We'll have to see. Looks like it will be. It's we could get another entry in here as well. We'll see what this 1 minute, first minute of the day does. Okay. All right, here we go. Looking for it. 171 stop. Okay, looks like this area it's good. So if it's gonna form a gap and go, I have to be ready as well. High of that's 99. Yeah, it's gonna form a gap and go, aren't you? Yep. So we're gonna take a trade here. Hopefully it holds. Hold 5. Yeah, let's do it. Stop, it's right at 5. Oh, okay. Wait. I'm getting caught a little bit here. I looked at the candle, then I looked back again. This still looks good. It still looks kind of good. Fair value gap still there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get out here. Okay. Decent attempt there. Might actually hold $2. Ah. So I guess stopped out there. 46 cent. Right, so let's see if we can continue this momentum. Nice. Okay, here we have another trade potentially. We can get in on that drop under 80, under 82. Okay, here we also have liquidity. So let's see. High of this is 95. So if we can hold over 95, 295, so over 3, this looks great. Wow, that's amazing. This actually kept going higher. So dip right there. We're gonna grab a dip under 82. Mm. Wow, that's strong. That's really strong there. So our target is 245 still. Let's see if we can manage to get a nice move here. Choppy open. We'll stay patient today. Okay, back into this gap, green gap. I want to get it right at this other gap here. This one's going to resume in 2 more minutes. Here we go. Let's get a beautiful trade down in there. Let's see. Come on. Push into this area. You can do it. There's 81 there. This one will soon lower. Not looking too good. Here we go. I want to get this down here. Okay. So target on this is $4. And this could get in here. So we're going to get a trade in there here very soon. '70s. There we go. 76, 77, 78. Okay, stop on this is 70. Actually 78, not bad. Let's see how well it holds 70. I think this might be the spot. We're gonna move on to this one. While this one, we're gonna let it work. Hopefully we get the volume shift that we're looking for and no more red candles. If so, we can hold down to 70. The low, this is 71, but 70 might be a place of support. We'll see. This is actually two green gaps put together. Seems like a good area of support. There are buyers in this area. I'm seeing lots of green here. $85 now. Good. If we can get a strong volume here, strong volume to break through this area, or it might actually retest again. Good volume there. Good green volume. Hold resumption on this was within the fair value gap. Sort of a big gap there. 95 to 4, so that's a 50-cent gap. This might actually not work. Volume is not strong yet. Doesn't seem strong. Or it could do it. Needed to increase here. Beautiful. The momentum is hot. This could go into a fault. This one keeps going out, but it's choppy. We're gonna take some out 85. Wow, EVTV is going crazy right now. Volume is low. Target in this is at least high of day. 200 is at 330. So we could make a move. It has news. Up already 100%, isn't it? Yeah, up already 90% so far in the day. So it's facing resistance here, which I'm not a big fan of this resistance that it's facing. So taking out 50 more there. DBTV is going crazy. I didn't have this on my list. Okay. So it looks like it's gonna fold. Nice, it's gonna hold. So if it's gonna hold, we're gonna take a add on this thing. On a, we'll see. We're gonna let it develop and see where we can get an add. And we can get rid of this. The reason why I'm taking profit is because this green volume is not it's not aggressive. So it's either consolidating here for another leg down, or it could might as well go, but I think it might consolidate for another try to get another leg down. And then finally that'd be the move. Alright, I'm just gonna let it play out. Looks like he wants to come down. He's holding. Massive seller, 87. Massive seller. It's gonna go through him. Nice. Okay, this is the volume shift that I was looking for. Good. Off this low. Here we go. We might be setting ourselves up for another move. EVTV, on the other hand, it's got some moves going. Crazy open on this one. Nice. So I'm gonna sell, I mean, nice. There's really no reason to sell here. I'll sell 50 right at 2. Nice. So we're pushing nicely through this area. We're gonna break through it. Nice. I want to look for an add. To look for an add. So it might come and retest. What do we got here? 94 to 91. That's kind of a small fair value gap. Under 94. If it holds 90, I could add here. Under 94. Looks like it could be a good add for a retest of 2. Okay, didn't want to go under 94 into that into that tiny fair value gap. EBTV, yeah, EBTV's gone, man. EBTV. Over 90 EBTV. Volume is sort of light. Yeah, volume is sort of light. So would love to see a dip at 90. That would be good too. I wouldn't mind a dip at 90. Wouldn't mind a dip at 90 if it wants to be clean. No, strong. Strong this one. Once it starts to open up, then that's when the gap and go setups are gonna work. Like this one. Bang, it opened up, right? Boom, it's trying to open up. Oh, here we go. I'll take it 90. What was my entry? 93. Okay. Fair enough. Stop is 84 flat. Bounce at 84. 83. It's there. It's there. It's holding. It's holding. Nah, come on. Yeah, I gotta get out. Oh, that's a shame. Such a great trade. I added a 90. I think I got this trade even. I think I lost on this trade eventually. Okay. Oh, that sucks. Because it was looking really good. It bounced. The low of this was what, 80, 77? I get out 78. Yeah. Oh well, looking to be a small red day at the very least. But they just started, so we're gonna keep looking for next move. This one has momentum, and I think we may break through this level here. The low of this is 87. I'll take that. 77. Right, a little dip right into that fair value gap. The low that was 77. So I got it right at the top. So stop 58. That's a bit too much. I'm gonna see if I can get a stop a little, maybe like 75. So far, so good. It's doing well. Hopefully it holds, but my stop is going to be 75. I'm looking for it to grab liquidity through this area, 421. So if it wants to retest the fair value gap, so be it. I will be ready for another trade. I'm looking for bigger moves now. Not looking to take these 30 bucks. Looking for bigger moves, bigger moves. Might retest my entry. Might retest my entry. Red, but it's holding. That's what we like to see. So 77 to 58, that's about 20 cents. So I have to keep it, I have to keep this for six. I have to, if it comes down to 77, I have to get out tight. Nice, let's go. Through four. Oh my gosh. In right there, 50s. 60. Okay. All right. That was a quick scalp. Panic sell. Um, that was in at 60, out 69. But man, that was wild, right? That was pretty wild. Okay. I was able to manage it well. Got all the way up to 4, and it immediately rejected. And I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna see 420, 430. Man, if it would have squeezed, oh, beautiful. But in any case, we got a dip at 60 on that panic sell and quick scalp. Anyway, that was kind of just my hyper scalper mentality just kicking in and just doing it. Okay, this might be it. Volume shift right here. Let's see if we can get 400 shares. Add 90. Super tight stop. Super tight. There you go. Let's go. I would have taken 1,000 shares here, but I totally forgot. So we'll treat it as such. So we're looking for this to break this red gap here. Add 2. This is the volume shift that I'm looking for. Yep, exactly right. So we're looking for this next gap to also hold. Now we're forming this gap. Beautiful. So the gap needs to hold. $2. Nice. Come on. Come on, bro. Come on, broski. Let me get some cells here. There it is. Yeah, it's going to push. It's going to push. Nice. Cool. So now we're going to push through. Hopefully no rejection here. And this is the move we're looking for. You gotta hold $2. I'm gonna add a 2. You gotta hold $2. It's gonna retest 2. Retest 2. Yeah, let's hold 2. In 94. Average 94 now, so I'm getting out flat on the rest. There you go. Let's go. All right, so getting out flat on the rest, I'm just gonna not try to stare at it for too long because otherwise that's just gonna make me want to take the profit. So, um, yes, so 94 will be my stop. This could probably retest it. The low of this is 98. This gap is going to be 97 to 93. Okay, so break of the gap essentially. If it breaks the gap, then I'm gonna have to get out. Got into the gap. Good. Buyers popping in here. Come on. I have to stick to the game plan. That's a game plan. But break of the gap. You know, I gotta give it what it needs. If it needs time, I will give you time. This unrealized profit is nothing for what this stock can give me through 217, 230, high of day 250. So we just got to do it. We just got to wait. It's a nice pullback, right? Pretty sweet pullback. The low of it was 95. The low of the previous candle was 95. Good pullback in with low volume. And if you stop me out, brother, come on. Where are the buyers at? Where's the support? Where's the support? Let's go. Where's the support? Where's the support? There you go. I'm not getting stopped out 92 because I know there's support and it's going to do that. Okay. Support is required here. 92 again. If it's 91, I might gonna have to get out, dude. But I know there's support. I know there's support. I like, I have to be careful because there was a flush here, you know? Um, but at the same time, this happened to me many times this week where I'm stopping out at the low of the biggest move, but like very little. So Thankfully it's 94 and like 92, it's not too bad. That's only 2 cents. I'm thinking, well, I did add 99 here. Or 90, what did I add? 98 and a half, yep. So I did add up here, which brought my average up from 90. 90, yes, I bought 90. I bought here. So good move. Now we're ready. Now we're ready. I'm gonna start actually unwinding because it's been it's been a tough one, you know? It's been a tough one. I'm gonna unwind here 100 and just play with 650. Okay. At this point, my stop is gonna be break even 95. Because if it doesn't want to make it here, or I don't I think the setup is going to be just cooked. And I'm also looking for to open up. It hasn't really opened up. It did it here. It opened up all the way up to 210, so this was good. But I know it has more in it. Small caps, man, I'll go spike all the way up to 240, 249. Yep, that would be beautiful. 95 break even stop. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get out here. So getting out there because it just doesn't seem like it's gonna hold. Big red candle, double top on that. 204. Okay, so taking it out at 2. Not feeling too confident on that. Although it finished green. Yeah. Wow, dude, if you decide to go here, ugh, that's annoying, dude. Just when you think, right? Just when you think we might hit an algo spike pretty soon, so I'm gonna see if I can get in at 10. 15 is holding very well. Bro, what did I do, man? What did I do? Stick to the game plan. Ah, dang it, bro. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Okay. There's no room for complaining here. We just gotta keep trading. Taking that dip 14, taking that dip 14 a little too high, maybe. Stop is going to be 10. If momentum was to continue higher, let's unwind this a little bit. Okay. I'm more comfortable with 16 now. Okay, it's 500 here. So dip into the fair value gap. Let's see, what do we get? Okay, just gonna get out. Yeah. So fair value gap dip. Okay. There is some improvement to my execution. And that improvement requires me sticking to the game plan. So 10 is the top of this move, so we can get in here at 10. I see another leg higher. 12. We'll do 11. Now we like 11. We love 11. 11 is the best. Now we got a good entry on a fair value gap right at the lows, which I landed a good one. Actually 11.99, so I got in 12 basically. So this could be the beginning of the next leg higher if it wants to continue higher. Stop 09. Oh, there he goes. I guess stopped out. Okay. So it's a difficult stock, this one for me. Lost 5 cents on that, didn't I? Yeah, something like that. All right. So the selling kept going. Dip was actually 03. Okay. Well, here's the thing. I had a good move. We didn't do too well. We got a nice 1 minute fair value gap in here. We sold as it was coming up a little bit on up to 220. Then we got one right here, which was retested the fair value gap one more time. We got that dip, but it actually break down lower. We didn't like the breakdown lower. We got out for a 5 cent. Yeah, like a 5 cent loss. All right, we'll be patient and wait for the next move. Looks like we got a flush down to this other fair value gap from earlier, 93. I don't think all the selling is done yet, but we're looking at this one here, 5-minute fair value gap, 870. See if we can get a move here. A dip. Stop is 859. But we need to get an entry. I missed this first one. Maybe you could retest it again. Hold. There it is. The 80s, 70s. I'll take that. Oh, can't buy it? Oh, I can't buy this. Oh, well. All right. Can't buy it on Schwab, so moving on. Okay, let's check this out. Can we get a dip under 2 with a stop of 97? It's a pretty tight area, but we can get it under 97. There you go, under 2. Still a lot of selling. Lots of selling still. All right, we'll get in here. It's holding 99. Oof. That's kind of the dip I wanted. Quick bounce. Surprisingly quick bounce. Surprisingly quick bounce there. So that was a quick bounce. I wonder, because if it's done quick bounces like this one and then back down, so I don't really trust it. Uh, we've seen, especially here, right? It's done it in this area here, quick bounce, right in this fair value gap, and then it came back lower. So it's kind of doing the same thing again. So I don't trust it. Not on this setup at least. There you go. It's coming down. Good intuition on my part. Had the potential of being a great stock. Now it's flushing down. All right, we'll wait. We'll be patient. Right here, same thing again. The low that is 67. I gotta act very quickly here. 400 shares. Demand. Okay, this might actually keep going. Ah, man. Okay. Just missed it by a split second. Let's see if we can get Another big green candle, maybe. Hmm. $4 is the key area where if it opens up, it's going to be huge. Or it can give a dip down 68, under 68, 51. Below that is 75. Hmm. Trying to figure out a good entry on this. Hopefully it gives a dip. I mean, we got a big range right here of liquidity, back-to-back fair value gaps. So below 75, I think. 74? No, I wanted lower, brother. Ah, okay, this should be okay for now. What's the low actually? 64. Hmm. Interesting, 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 interesting. We'll stick with this. Maybe we finally get that move we're looking for through 4. So we're going to be taking some profit out right at 90s. Come on. We've been in this situation before, but this time I think we're looking for a bigger move here through 90. Liquidity is up there. Liquidity is up there. I don't want to take it prematurely. At this point, worst case scenario is break even. Here we go. I will wait another minute as well. Boom. Okay. Wait. I didn't actually do that, did it? It didn't actually do that. You didn't actually do that. That was a ghost wick. Not a big fan of that. Not a big fan of that ghost wick. Ah, I got stopped out. Anyway, ghost wick at the top. Okay, let's get a trade under 64. There it is, 54. Stop is 51. The stop on this is 50, break of 50. Hopefully it holds that level. And then this becomes the actual trade. It gives the major curl. Hold 50s. It's really jumpy, you see? 54, 60 at one point, 62. Red fair value gap. We're still sticking to what we're gonna do. 65 on that. Mm, we might start unwinding a little bit here. I unwinded half because of that red fair value gap. Unwind it at 62. Gonna unwind some more at 68. All right, just hanging in here with just small size. Um, Dang it, that was a ghost wick all the way up to 408, and that was not on the level two. Now, let's see what it wants to do, right? Good bounce off this fair value gap. Maybe it's going to do it. I'll look for an ad. Oh, what a nice. Actually, that was actually a very good bounce. Very good bounce. You don't say. That's a very good bounce. Good. Getting out 90 on that. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Now we're going with this volume through. We picked up lots of liquidity. It cannot reject. We're not looking for this to reject. 100 shares in through this level. Oh, what am I doing? Nice. Getting everything out right. 14, 17, and 14. Good. Okay. Wow, that was awesome. I had 400 shares down there. I sold half for 10 cents. I didn't think we would see that huge bounce. Okay, now we're looking for this liquidity to keep going. Sorry, we're looking for this momentum to keep going. Below this is 410. Incredible move. Okay. Because the target for me was just this area of liquidity. Now, do we have the strength to keep going? It does. That's sick. Okay. Interesting. We're about to form a fair value gap right there. 26 is that level. Let's see what this next candle is going to do. 26 is the previous. Ooh, major drop. Wow. That's insane. Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, we got our trade then. It's looking for it to hold um like 30 with a stop at 26, getting at like a 32. That is wild. Okay. Now we're looking into getting out of this fair value gap. this red gap here. Um, let's see what it wants to do. The high of this is 202. So 202 will be our stop here. We'll wait for this next candle to form the gap. That's what we got to do. We got to be patient. 202 would be our stop. 13 seconds. Good volume to get rid of this gap. There we go. 4, 4. Oh, right at 202. Not a big fan of that, but we'll see how well this plays out. Unwinding that because the gap got covered. Seems to be strong. Seem to be strong, however. Winding some more. Okay. It's holding. Let's see. We got the volume on our side. Volume shift. Tight stop 203. Good retest 2 as well. We need to see volume here, or is this going to reject? Good. Gonna take it out. 202. Yeah. It's not the strongest setup because there was a fair value gap and it got covered right away. So maybe just take it out 10. I don't know. Still wanted to give it a chance. And maybe form a gap higher and I would have a really good entry. It's all right. We'll be patient. This one could still go, man. Could still really open up. Okay, this stock is nuts. Now, are we actually gonna go crazy on this? So there might be a little red candle and a push higher. That's what I want to see, the break of 5. Now we're gonna see the break of 5. We're gonna risk a little bit here. It's gonna form a massive fair value gap. We're gonna get a dip here. The 60s the better. 70s is holding. I want to keep the wrist pretty tight. We're going to keep the risk pretty tight because there's a green gap holding support. 70s looked like it was the right spot. Shoot, 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 shoot. We'll see. We'll see what it wants to do. Again, it might do what it did before, just a massive flush. So we gotta be in the lookout for 430. I'll be in the lookout for 430. The low this is 70. So 40-cent drop. Here we go. 40-cent space for it to drop into under 470. This stock is crazy. Huge. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Didn't actually give the drop we were looking for. It actually went to a hold. 470 was a good spot for it to take a trade. Man, just being early on this one is key. So, yeah, being early on that is key. Now what? Now it's pushing. Hold down this 384. U2 is going to be good. 204 is this low. So we're going to take it. 204 is the low of that gap. At the top of the gap, the low of the candle. Forming a new candle. Wow, now this one wants to go, huh? Now you want to go. Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. Just anticipating a massive drop on this. And on this one too. I'm anticipating a massive drop. I'm ready for a massive drop. These two stocks moved at the same time. One of them is going to keep going. Dip 460. There it is. I'm in at 71. That's kind of high for me. I think that's kind of high because I saw a big seller there. Eesh, I got nervous on that actually. So out 77. I could still be holding this. Ah, what a shame. I saw a big seller there. That's what I get for looking at only level 2. That could have been the drop that I needed. We'll see. That's the pullback there. That's a pullback here too. 24 is going to be that top of that candle. We're going to see how well this wants to do it. Seems like I got to get in early for the top of the gap. Don't really like it. Kind of too early. I'm in at 29. The top of that gap is 24. Don't really like it. But I'm in here. I'm in here. I'm in here. I'm committed to this. Don't really like it. Fuck. Dang it, bro. Bought too high. Too high on that. Looking for that fair value gap to keep going. Ah. Okay. Took a big loss there. And it goes. God dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. What a choppy action, dude. Choppy action on this. Lost right there, basically 8 cents. Look at that drop. Yeah, there was no reason for me to hold. I should have gotten out 27. $2. This is going to be huge. This is going to be huge here. I mean, at 5. This is going to be huge. At least 15 on this would be nice. On that fair value gap there. I'll take it out right there, 11, 12. Okay. Fair value gap right here. 1 minute with a stop at 2. All right. Got some of it back at least. Okay. Now what do we have? Another one. 15 being that top or that bottom. This one too. This one too might reject. It's gonna do the same thing it did here. Here we go. 15 is that 15 is that place where I thinking is going to hold 15. They didn't hold 15. The gap closed. Yeah, rejection. Going to have to wait. A lot of action this afternoon, more than the morning. It's like I'm on my toes right now. Keeping me on my toes. Wow, 19. Uh, if I was green on it, I would probably hold. Now let's get in this gap. Sweet, sweet gap. 450. Come on. It's also a 5-minute gap here. So we got a lot going for ourselves in this area. 440. I'm looking for that drop. Looking for that drop. It's gonna form a red gap if it drops. I have to be ready for that. Now here it won't. So here we go. Looking for 440s. Stop 421. On the 466 is key. Oosh. Almost. Almost. We'll see. It might keep coming down. Here we go. It's a 5-minute fair value gap. So I have to be ready to get in 440, let it play out. 421. That's $80. Show. Let's see. $80 risk there, which is good because we could see this thing bounce really quick to high a day. So 20-cent risk for potentially $1 share reward. We'll see. We'll stay patient here. Okay. I don't think this is going to go again. I don't think so. The volume is increasing though. Don't want to eat a big loss again, trying to capture the gap and go. Gap and goes on this haven't been too well. Here was a good one, but man, been giving good results to me. Waiting for this to give me a good drop here, 44, 45. With the stop at, what did we say, 21. Yeah, look at this. We'll wait for a dip at this fair value gap there, 25 to 21. I have taken that 23. I decided not to because knowing this stock, knowing you very well, trading you all day, you're gonna come to 21. You're gonna come to 20. Or not. Or maybe that's it. It's a shame. What a beautiful move, dude. Beautiful move. 33, 34 off the fair value gap. Dang it. I'm still waiting for this to come into this gap. Looks like he will. And give another leg up later. Drop there. Drop to 21. 23. $22. This might actually drop here. They're all dropping. Okay, time for you to drop this one. CJMB. Looking for, what do we say we're looking for here? 66.21. Okay. 466, stop 421. So 40s would be ideal. Big drop. Actually gonna size down because it's a 5 minute fair value gap. So there might be a lot of room here for this thing to drop. There we go. Oh my gosh. Here we go. 43, 200 shares. We could still keep going down. Let's see how well we hold 40s. Okay, come getting it out. I think we're gonna get a dip under 40. Watching. We did get it. Want to be ready for it. Yeah, we're gonna get a dip under 40. Man, okay, this might be actually the backside, backside, backside. Yeah, this is completely going through it. Okay. That was a flat trade. Now you, you are in play right now. So we have a high right there at 39. 25 is that trade. Can I get 30s? 30s, 30s. Sheesh. This one is a wild horse. You're a wild horse. 30s, there it is. 30, 29, 28. I was close to taking it 28. Is he going to close the gap? The gap is 25. There's a weak gap now. 23. Jeez, brother. This thing is crazy. Like, my setups aren't working, right? If I was scalping it, maybe that would be a different story, but hyper scalping it, that is. But man. Now what? What are we looking at now? Well, strong setup. There's lots of liquidity here, but it's hard to say. All right, we're gonna call it here. We're finishing up 90 bucks on the day. Started off pretty rough. We went red, then we managed to get ourselves back to green. Took a loss here. We got it back though. A lot of trading, a little too much in my opinion. But let's check it out. So the first trade we took was AUID, this one here. We tried to go for a gap and go. It was forming a gap, but immediately it closed it. Was it immediate? I don't actually remember. I I think it was, and I just held for too long. And I had said in the recording, tight stop, '05. But we held for too long. Big mistake. Cannot do that. Even if it's like 10 seconds too long, it's too. Should have never done that. Okay, so now we gotta finally okay, so this trade is kind of frustrating. We got a really good trade right here. Look how we managed this. We got a nice dip. We held on that drop on the dip lower low of 74. We held through that level. We have here scaled out 85, scaled out some more 99, thinking, okay, we're looking for the next leg higher. I'm in on this dip at 93, but it turns out it flushed. There's a fair value gap right here. It flushed right through it, out 78. Um, out basically flat on it, yeah. And that turned out to be actually 78. No, not even flat because I added here, so my average was 84. So out for a loss. So the whole trade was ended up being a loss. Um, I thought this would hold, but actually this down here held, and that was the curl for the next leg higher, right? That was the actual curl. And to be honest, I missed it. I think I missed it. Let's see. Oh no, I'm thinking of a different stock maybe. So we got in here on this push, beautiful push, right? On this gap and go setup again. Taking some out 98. How many shares? I don't remember, but let's see. Let's actually see how we. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, this is frustrating. Ah, this is frustrating to see. Okay, I remember this now. So I'm in here with 600, 400 shares. Gap and go, taking profit 98. Held through this, didn't take profit. I'm thinking we're gonna retest. We're gonna see it go further. It's just the beginning of the move. We had a target, I think, high of day. So anyway, I add right under 2 for the dip. Um, so that dip was, why did I take that dip? Oh, I think I know. I think I was going for another gap and go. So two gap and goes in a row. High of this was 98. I was hoping it would stop at 2, but I was like, whatever, I'll take it on there at 2 in 98. It didn't work out immediately. Well, sort of did, but it came back down, held through this, sold some more at 2 as it was retesting my entry, or rather my add. I added a 98. 2 was resistance, and then end up taking everything out also at 2 on the next candle. Oh, frustrating, frustrating, frustrating um because sorry, one second. Okay. So frustrating because the move happened on the next candle. And I kept saying, okay, I'll get out flat. I'll get out flat. I'll get out break even, like whatever. Let's just see this whole thing move. But I was just seeing resistance, seeing how this thing rejected. The candle was red, and I'm like, okay, this is not going to do it. Get out. But eventually, that was what it needed to make the bigger move. So, missed basically most of it. So, out here goes all the way up to 21. The high of this was 31. So, missed most of it, sadly. Okay. Anyways, but that happened to be still a $47 winner. Next trade. This is a quick winner too. We take a 1 minute fair value gap setup, 1 minute green gap setup. So out 19, out 17, 16, 16 and 16, basically flat. It had already made the move. I wasn't too confident to hold it through that all the way down here. The move had already come, so that's kind of the gist of it. So next trade, a loss. So then I'm thinking it held 10. I'm in there at 12, but it actually breaks down. I'm in there with a lot of size, 1,000 shares. I guess not a lot of size for what I've used before. but still. Um, quick trade here. What was this? What was this? 600 shares. Okay, yeah. On the drop, we got I think a fair value gap here, so we got it on the drop for a quick trade. And I noticed this was still coming down, right? I saw selling pressure be pretty heavy on this, so I got out flat. Good read on my end. Took another trade more over here. Um, yeah, so I remember this. So this was a gap and go, but the gap closed. So when I got in, I'm thinking, okay, I'm like at the bottom of the gap. I don't typically like this. So ended up managing it well anyway. So got out flat on the rest, but out 7 and 6. So little winner there. 1,000 shares. Not much. Then took a $75 loss. What in the world? Oh yes, I remember this. Too aggressive on this gap and go. Too aggressive and held for too long. I should have gotten out 27 because this thing needs to hold right away, right? Ideally, I wanted it to hold 30, but got a little under it. Got out at the bottom of that. Anyway, just to see the candle go higher, that was frustrating, but it actually came dropping down. On that drop, I got a little something here. In at 204 for the break of 2. Stop is the break of 2. There's a fair value gap right here, I believe, or a 5 minute. What is it? Yeah, fair value gap right here. The high of this is 204. So gap right here, break of 2. Also 2 is a psychological level. Got out to 11. I didn't really trust it, but it actually kept going higher. Look, if I held this, that's actually the move, right? All the way up to 30. So hey, $30, 30 cents, 30 cents per share on that. But I didn't really trust it. After that drop, I'm thinking it's going to be the end of the stock, right? Look at this. So I'm thinking that's going to be the end of the stock. Waves and waves, but it actually rallied higher again. If I was green, it would have been a different story. If I was green, I would have taken out a flat and be okay with it. But my losses were much bigger than my winners on this. Not ideal. CJBM, fair value gap. Oh, this was beautiful. Oh, if this would have worked, man, we would be looking at a massive trade here. Ah, so in at 77, right on this 1 minute green gap here, we get to a high of 406. And then did we see, or was it a ghost wick to 406? I don't remember, but it drops like a hammer down to 72. I think this was a green 5 minute fair value gap, so I get in on right at the bottom of that, sort of at the bottom. I try to get a little lower, I think, but just a quick scalp. I didn't really trust it too much on the panic flush. Flat trade here on this green gap, right? It goes all the way again to 408 and I get off flat. So two opportunities. I could sell for 20 cents, which I should maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say. Two opportunities where I could have sold for 20 cents. I don't know. I am going for a bigger move. As you can see, that's the kind of move I want to go for. I love it. I love these big moves where I can just sell all my shares on the strength. In a 54, fair value gap, off the flush. Sold most of it at 62 though. You see, sold 200 at 62 for almost 10 cents. Sold 68, another 50 shares, and then 50 share blocks all the way through here. For a very good winner there. Another 20 bucks here on that flush. Actually, what is this? This is a thing of 5 minute fair value gap, I believe. I think so. And got in this flush, sold quick. Maybe I could have held. Maybe I could hold. Break of 71. Maybe I could hold. I could hold that. If I hold, man, I'm looking at this to make at least high of day. But I was also, I think, risking a lot. I think I was risking 30s. I mean, you can see it on the recording, but at 70, risking 30s, or maybe I could do flat, you know, because if I'm at the top of the, I gotta really think about my strategy and how I can tweak it in certain, in different places. And if the stock is giving me a certain look, I gotta adapt the strategy. The strategy has to be flexible to the price action. So 71, I'm at the high of the fair value gap. You can imagine a big green box here and big green gap. So I'm at the top. The low is probably right here, 31. That's a 40 cent drop. So if I buy it, I gotta cut it break even, I think. I gotta cut it break even, yeah, because there's more room lower and they could just keep flushing down. So I think that's the improvement I gotta make to it. Otherwise, hold it flat, and then we're going to the highs. So it goes up almost $1 a share higher. And then we got a flat trade here. Yeah, exactly. So you see, so we're coming down into this fair value gap one more time, and I get out flat on this. Makes sense because it tried out 50, it broke break even. Anyway, we're gonna finish the day up only 90 bucks. Not bad. We're gonna close the week green. Very good week. Green week. We like to see this. Um, 580 on the week after fees, 518. Not bad. We changed our strategy. We changed our framework. We're trading much differently now. We're picking our shots. 17, 14, 8, 15. Yeah, we're picking our shots. We're being more diligent with the trades we take. We're missing some moves. Our timing is still a little bit off throughout this week, but we're looking forward to improve and to increase size because it is time. It is time. If you made it this far, I am a last year profitable trader, right? If I include all my accounts, my swing trading account, we made 21,000, 21.6 last year. And year to date, we're up 580. So I'm looking to double last year's gains, triple. Man, I gotta go big. I gotta go big with the size. And you will see it. You know, you will see it. You once you start making 1, 2K, I think you're gonna start to see the difference in the viewership. You're gonna start to see the difference in Mr. Profit because Mr. Profit will become an even better trading analytics dashboard because it is what it's helping me improve as a trader. So check out all features, which these are basic. Features that I like the most are win versus losers, date and time. So at what time during the day do you perform the best, and for how long? When you hold a stock, how well do you do on it if you hold it for under 15 seconds? As a scalper, yeah, these are my stats basically. So as a scalper, I was making a lot of money under 15 seconds. Um, However, oh, actually, these my stats. I think these. I don't know if these are my stats. I don't know. Maybe maybe they are. I don't remember for which March 24th. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, so and also the pricing. I love this tab. So it tells you your performance by price, your performance by time of day, and duration of the stock, duration of your trades, drawdowns, and the other one is this one. So I can able to toggle between different stocks. So let me show you some. I actually want to see this. So if I come here and I click here and I just look at AUID, my losers were pretty big. Yeah, my biggest loser was bigger than my biggest winner. That's not good. Compared to CJMB, wow, beautiful risk to reward, right? Nice. That's what I'd like to see. 83% accuracy. Wow, that's awesome. Anyway, come over to Mr. Profit, create your account, try our free analysis tool. And yeah, join us for $5 a month. So hit me up on Discord if you need any help. I'll see you tomorrow, last day of the week.